kabush, lifting my dress so I can pee, I had kwara, 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 kwara. And I was like, hey, is there an animal here in this kabush? Kumbe, it's another mother who was in the bush, even her, but her, she was not peeing. The way I peeped like this, I think she was shitting. She asked, Kia in his Italian is, who is that? Who is that? I was like, it's me, ciao. And she continued doing her business. I cutted a corner, the other side of the bush. I started peeing. I finished peeing. I wiped myself with a tissue. And then I left the bush. The woman was still in the bush doing her business. I came back to the car. I have laughed. I have laughed because I didn't imagine that there was someone else inside the bush doing their business. And I'm very sure even this Kamama, she was shook at the two. I don't know if she was had diarrhea because I would hear like. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie, a Kenyan YouTuber here in Italy. It is a Monday afternoon. I brought my son for a football training. This is the last week. Yes, on Thursday he is done with football up to September. Anyway, as I wait in the car, a bit of story time. So I left Jobo, went to pick Davi, and when I was leaving Jobo, I felt like I needed to pee. But since I was in a hurry, I was like, I'm going to pee over there where he trains. There is a bar. Ooh, there's someone who's staring at me over there. Anyway, let me continue with my storeroom. And by the way, at the bar, stroke coffee shop, you need to buy a beverage, water, tea, whatever, before they allow you to use their bathroom. But since I always buy some tea, I was telling Davi, I would just go in there, buy some tea, and then go to the bathroom first. Whoa! I arrive here, and today, I don't know, for whichever reason, the bar is closed. The bar is closed. And me, I am pressed kabisa now. I'm feeling like even if I cough like this, the pee is going to come out of me like rain. So when I realized that the bar is closed, around here there is like a place where it's a bit bushy. And I was like, I'm going to park my car over there and I go pee in the bush. I don't know, maybe this is a bit of TMI, but I don't care. All of us, we pee. Hakuna mtu akojoagi. So I went and parked my car in front of the caboose. As I was entering the caboose, lifting my dress so I can pee, I had kwara, 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 kwara. And I was like, hey, is there an animal here in this caboose? Kumbe, it's another mother who was in the bush, even her, but her, she was not peeing. The way I peeped like this, I think she was shitting. She asked, Kia in his Italian is, who is that? Who is that? I was like, it's me, ciao. And she continued doing her business. I cutted a corner, the other side of the bush. I started peeing. I finished peeing. I wiped myself with a tissue. And then I left the bush. The woman was still in the bush doing her business. I came back to the car. I have laughed. I have laughed because I didn't imagine that there was someone else inside the bush doing their business. And I'm very sure even this Kamama, she was shook at the two. I don't know if she was had diarrhea because I would hear like. And I can't blame her, by the way. In fact, if she was she had diarrhea. Maybe when she thought she would come and diarrhea in this whatever coffee shop, bars, toilets, and she was so disappointed. Even her, she was like, let me enter bush. Reminds me of the journey from Nairobi to Nakuru, where there was this man. I think even him, he had eaten some some getheri or my boiro, because I remember he started farting in the matatu all the way from Nairobi up to Naivasha. And at that point, I think this man was like, siwezi vumilia tena Roharo. He told the driver, simamisha, emergency. Driver anauliza aje, which emergency gani? And this man is like, emergency ni simamisha hapo kwa msitu. A grown-ass man, because Roharo, diarrhea does not know whether you are a grown-ass man, grown-ass woman, whether you are a child, whether you are a president. When the diarrhea presses, you need to obey. Because if you don't obey diarrhea, you are going to shit on yourself. So this driver was like, emergency ya nini? Simamisha nataka kuhara. You know, when you have diarrhea, you don't care. And thank God it was during the day. The driver of Molo Line, he had to park the car, the matatu, next to the kabush. And the way that man jumped out of the matatu to run into the bush, holding his behind like this, like he was holding the diarrhea. And he stayed there for a good 10 minutes. But when he came out, his face was relaxed. I think he burnt that bush with diarrhea. Roharo mambo beard. Roharo mambo mbaya. I remember even one time I did a story time in 2016 when I came to Kenya. And, you know, I started kurakura here, kurakura there, you know, going to this relative eating different food, going to the other relative eating different food. And, you know, I had been here in Italy for 2 years before coming home. So, and I didn't go to the toilet for, I think, like 3 days. And I think all that mchanganyuko maalum of pilau, chapati, ugali, mokimo, sijui nini, kilini ramba. I remember I was in the taxi with my children, and my sister had hosted us at South B. And I remember that big roundabout, my stomach was like, I told my sister, hey, nimelemewa. At some point, even asked the taxi man, uko na monyore, uko na paper bag. That time, the paper bags were still, you could use them paper bags in Kenya. And the taxi man is asking me, monyore wago ekatia in Kikuyu? Monyore to do what? And I was like, my children, they want to vomit. And then he looked behind, and both of my children were sleeping. He asked me, watoto wanataka kutapika na wamelala. Nikamwambia, hey, wanataka kutapika. Do you have a monyore? And then we were in a jam. And I was pressing myself like this. Oh my God, I was like, if I release the booty muscles, I am going to diarrhea up through this taxi. Thank God the jam ikafunguka. And my sister lived right not far from there. I remember before even the taxi man parked the taxi, I had jumped out of a moving taxi, running towards my sister's house so I can diarrhea. Ogopa Roharo. Like Roharo haina heshima. So don't blame this mama that I found in the bush who was doing. I just said ciao, peed, and then I left the bush. I can't wait for Davy to come to finish training so that I can tell him what happened. I'm very sure he's going to laugh out loud because I would tell Baba, your mama done found another person in the bush doing their business. Anyway, guys, Roharo, Namkojo, you need to obey you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Till next time, bye-bye.